Okay. You should be live.
You got a glass there?
Yeah, I do. Welcome back.
Let's do the thing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Brent.
And I'm Fared,
and we are the Scotch Spirit Brothers. Let's do that again.
Yeah.
Let's do that again.
Yeah.
We are the Spirit Brothers.
We don't even know who the hell we are right now. But that's okay. Obviously, we've been drinking too much already this morning.
We're a work in progress, bro.
Yes, we are, brother.
What you got, man? You got some special stuff on the table.
You know what? We wanted to start off 2020 right. And I figured we would...
21, you mean?
21, excuse me. Yeah, because 20 was sucked, man. We wanted to sample the Black Art 8.1 edition and see what it looked like. You know,
this Bruichladdich, this is the bad boy, big boy stuff.
Man. I picked that up here not too long ago.
Did you?
And it hurt my pocket.
I bet it did.
But I had to have it. But you know, it goes back to that 4.1 that we originally tried here back, 4 or 5 years ago, that probably changed the way I thought about single malts. So let me ask you a question about this though, man.
Okay. So, because I'm not what you would call a peat head or a smoke head. And I've always assumed that a spirit of this magnitude and coming from the part of Scotland that it comes from, that you have to be a really, really experienced Scotch guy who appreciates the Islay style, the peaty, smoky Islay style of scotches, to be able to even approach something like this.
I can't speak to this one yet. We're gonna find out.
Okay.
But in the previous ones that I've had, there are not a lot of peat and a lot of smoke in them.
Is that right?
They're pretty low key and mellow. They're more complicated. It's just a fantastic blends of a lot of things, and it's not a blend; it's a single malt. But there's so much going on in this thing. And then I was sitting at one of my favorite places I like to go drink, which is Proof, and a buddy of mine poured me a dram, and it literally it was about halfway through my journey of Scotch. It changed the way I thought about Scotch. It was
really? That good.
Okay. It was just that good. And
that was an earlier edition.
The early edition, the 4.1. Okay. This is the 8.1. This is the 2020 edition.
So do you have the 4.1?
I do. And we're gonna do head-to-head sample.
Oh, challenge!
We're gonna see what it looks like. I think there's a corner left in that one.
All right.
We're gonna get it on and see. But let's crack this bottle.
Okay.
For this 2020 and see what it's working with.
This is what they call a head-to-head challenge. So what we got working here? It says...
you do the honors while I try to get this thing open here.
It says 45.1% ABV. And it's interesting. It listed on here like 1, 2, 3 times on the back of the canister. It actually says unpeated, which is interesting because you think of Bruichladdich as being a peated expression. Almost every time you see packaging or the packaging on Bruichladdich, it says, not only does it say peated, it says heavily peated.
Yeah.
Heavily peated. But anyway, this is interesting. This is edition 8.1, aged 26 years, and it's one of only 12,000 bottles. So it's got the pedigree, if nothing else. That's for sure. So, See, now
nothing coming off the nose of what you would think from a Bruichladdich. From Islay, what you're going to be thinking you would have.
Yeah. So we talked earlier about the difference between peat and smoke. And so I'm picking up a little smoke, but I'm not really picking up any peat at all.
No.
And of course, the packaging says unpeated.
Unpeated.
It says unpeated.
Unpeated. Not heavy on the fruit. I'm not sure what that is I'm getting here. I'm not getting a whole lot from the nose, really.
I'm picking up, you know what I'm picking up a little bit on the nose? Graham cracker.
Okay.
Little bit of graham cracker.
A little bit of sweetness.
Yeah.
Almost like some light brown sugar. You know,
Yeah.
really light. Not dark brown sugar, but the light brown sugar.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what this thing tastes like, man.
All right.
Wow. That's interesting.
It's got a thick, heavy mouth feel to it. I mean, it makes
it's very sweet to the palate. It's extremely sweet.
I don't know if I'm picking up extremely sweet. I'm picking up some sweetness.
I'm picking up extremely sweet and a long finish.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It got a long finish on it. It's got a very long finish on it. Wow.
It's got kind of a feel on the roof of your mouth, like an antiseptic mouthwash.
A good one though.
Yeah.
Yeah, a good one. But it just lingers. It's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
It's just
and
there.
That's what like a Listerine does for you and stuff.
You know.
So,
man, that's very good.
So I'm starting to pick up some fruit on as hints of fruit, kind of on the.
I'm picking up like a dry fig.
Really?
Yeah, that's the fruit that I'm picking. There's fruit there, and like I said, to me, it's sweet without being over sweet, but it's very sweet, and I think that's the fruity sweet that I'm tasting.
I'm picking up some marshmallow, man, on the nose.
Marshmallow.
Not on the palate, but on the nose.
I can't get away from the palate, man. I haven't had nothing finished like this in a long time. Man, it has an extremely, extremely long finish to it. That is so good. I mean, what'd you say, 26 years?
Yep.
Wow.
One of the things that I really like about a good single malt or even a blend, but you don't find it as much in blends as you do in single malts, is just the intensity of the flavors and stuff.
Yeah.
And so this flavor profile, even though it's an Islay Scotch, is a flavor profile that is pleasing or pleasant and enjoyable to me. And it's balanced, and it's got,
and at a 45 ABV, man, it's drinking a lot more to that to me. It almost tastes like it's like in a 50 or 51.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It's not overly strong, but it is.
Yeah, I'm actually, if you had told me that this was only a 45% ABV before taking a hit of it, I would have said, no, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're right. This drinks,
man.
And when you say 50, you don't mean that it's strong or
no.
or that you even have to put water in it.
No.
You really don't. I do want to put a drop of water in it to see what that does to it.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, see if because that tends. So folks who don't know,
Hit me with that too, would you?
You don't. At least I don't put water into spirits to dilute the alcohol content, except in the most extreme of cases. If it's like 68, 69%, almost overproof type of a spirit.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Castrin stuff or some things of that nature.
Well, what I do with Castrin stuff, man, is I just try to open it up. And if it's still,
I'm only putting a couple drops in it one way or another. I'm not cutting mine with water. Look, and you drink the way you want to drink, and it doesn't matter. You drink your juice the way you want to drink your juice. I prefer just to open mine up a little bit. If you want to drop some rocks in it, have the way. I prefer you do not put rocks or water in this. because at that point, but there's some stuff where I could see you wanting to do that too.
Some brothers brothers from the hood would say if you put that on some rocks, you playing yourself.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, you can take that for what it's worth.
Yeah.
You playing yourself if you pour that over some ice.
Yeah, that's a 26-year-old single mom.
Yeah,
that's the last thing.
You making a fool. Well, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna cut
but you drink the way you want to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
And that's our belief. You smoke what you want to smoke.
Drink what you want to drink. Drink the way you want to
drink.
drink.
The way you want to drink it.
Yeah.
And everybody else can, it don't matter.
But the whole thing about putting a couple of drops of water in it is not to dilute it, but rather to open it up. And so that's one way to do it. Ralphie, who is probably the dean of youth, he really is. Ralphie is the dean of YouTube Scotch.